Hello everybody, and it's time for something spectacular, because finally we have ourselves a new bit of mainline Hearts of Iron 4 content, a brand new DLC, and with like every brand new major Paradox DLC release, I do have to say this video is sponsored. They have given it me early to show to you guys and have myself a little bit of fun in. So if you don't know, new DLC, No Compromise, No Surrender is, I think it's available right now. If you want to go ahead, click my link down below. If you actually do use my link and buy it through the Paradox store where you still get a Steam code, I actually get a share of the profit, which is like 12%, I think. So if you ever want to support the channel, please, for the love of God, click that link. Oh, and also, guess what? Hoi 4, the base game, is currently actually free from the 20th to the 24th of November. So make sure you go ahead and give the game a go right now. But this is our brand new look at Hearts of Iron 4 with the new Japan DLC. And look at that off the bat. Where'd they put your chins, Hirohito? It's actually hilarious looking at how big this bar has started to get down. Look at this. Now, I know what you're thinking right off the bat there. What's happening? What's changed? Why the hell is China blue? And we'll get to that. We'll get to all of that at some point. We have so much to cover in this DLC, but obviously today we're going to give Japan a go. I do have to bring you some kind of bad news, so it's going to kind of hamper this video just a little bit, and I'm not happy to be talking about it or having to bring it up in this video, but just for 1 second, I need to put my heart out there because Shibidi Sanma has been removed from the game. Yep, no longer can we say the Shibidi Sanma because it's no longer here. We've just got Gansuma, and that's just not the same. I mean, Qinghai Ma, Ningxi Ma. Where's Shibidi Sanma? Yeah, I guess historical accuracy and all that, but it does kind of feel like Paradox has personally kicked me in the testicles. I also get a look at that. Look, Great Wall of China. It's now on the map. Wow. It's got a couple holes in it. So if you're an avid slop viewer, you probably already know, I've actually covered it in a video in this channel as well, that the Japanese focus tree before this DLC was very lackluster. But now we've got, oh boy, we've got a little bit to work with. There is so much in here, so many paths for us to look at. It's obviously going to take us multiple videos, and I will be going through every single one of them. And I'm probably going to get very burnt out on Japan, but I am excited. Now, we also have focus trees for a few of the other guys. Manchuria now has a bit of an expanded one. You can see down here, they got a whole bunch of new stuff, and we'll give those a go at some point too. Oh yeah, also this path is still in the shared part that all the Chinese and Chinese warlords get, but they've also changed up the bottom down here, and now look, we can annex Tanatuva. I think that might have been there already, actually. And then we also get like our new crazy China focus tree. I think the PRC gets a little bit of, well, actually quite a bit of new stuff in there. The warlords, though, they don't get too much. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is just the same thing, right? Except they get this stuff over here. And then we have the Philippines over here. Look at that brand new little portrait for this guy. He did look way more ghoulish before in the old patch. He looks like he's got a bit of life left in him now, though. Yeah, he had that like aura of like Prince Philip towards the end of his life in the old portrait. This one looks pretty chipper. Yeah, Philippines also got themselves a new path, which means we just have so much to look at, and I'm assuming there's going to be a whole bunch of achievements for us to do. There is a lot that I'm very excited to get into a bit of Hoi 4. It kind of throws a little bit of a spanner in the works for Nostalgic November, obviously, but we're just going to have to make more videos. So we don't just get that new Japan focus tree, we also have ourselves a brand new faction system. We don't have faction just yet, though, so I can't show it off, but we will be going through that as well today. Now, usually whenever I play a big nation first off, I like to go with the historical route, but today I'm not going to do that. In fact, I'm going to do one of the ahistorical routes. I want to do the monarchy path. So this would be our historical branch over here, and going the monarchist path, I think you actually share a whole bunch of the expansion paths with the historical branch as well, which is actually Not that surprising, I imagine, for a lot of people. But the path we want to do is revere the Emperor, destroy the traitors, which is going to be a little bit difficult for us to just do, because I think it's actually event-based, so I'm going to have to pay attention. Oh yeah, we've also got ourselves new tech, and the Navy system has also been reworked, so we're going to have to look at that as we go. And also, I think they've added a couple secret projects for the naval stuff as well. I'll have to have a look. Oh, yeah, there you go. Escort carrier and support ships. Now, Japan starts off in a very precarious political situation. We have a coup that will be ongoing very shortly, and on top of that, we also have ourselves a bit of a problem with our industry. It sure as hell just ain't our industry, though. There is a lot going on in the state of Japan now, and we're going to have to somehow make all of these factions work together. I mean, literally look at this guy right now. Just the idea. He has to hold all of this together. He looked very worried, and I would too. Rumors of a military coup. Raggy. So I do believe we actually want this coup to go through. I could be wrong. I'm going to go ahead, make a precautionary save, because you never know. And we're going to try and figure this out. Okay, also, just a quick thing about navies now. Strike Force, I believe, no longer just projects power, just willy-nilly. You do actually have to have some smaller ships patrolling in the area of seas now. I'm going to have to go more into detail as I find out, but this is going to be a big change to Navy. So look, just as a little measure here, I put my subs out to patrol, and we are now actually getting our self-control in the area. So, again, you can't just keep your strike force out now endlessly. I think this is going to trip a lot of people up. But I do think, if I'm reading this correctly, that you get the strike force only if you're also patrolling in the area. So, you know, I think it'll be fine for the most part, hopefully. Well, again, it's a learning experience, all right? We're all learning it. And here we go. So we actually just get to pick. It doesn't seem overly complicated in, you know, Kaiserreich levels of what's going on in my country, should we put it that way? And I'm going for the middle one here. The time has come to return to tradition. And we now get ourselves Japan leader number 2. I don't know how many we're going to go for. I think in the historical one, you go through quite a few, if I've read the dev diaries correctly. But this is our second leader as Japan. And that has unlocked all of our main political branches over here, with loads of expansion to do by the looks of things, and loads of stuff over here to actually develop our nation. This is kind of interesting. So the Emperor's actually not fully on board with becoming our absolute monarch again, and we could actually just go with other candidates in mind. There's a 50-50 chance that he says yes or decides to say no here, or we could just go ahead and replace him with, I think it said his brother Yasuhito. I'm kind of actually, you know, what we could, I mean, we could also get rid of we can also get rid of him pretty easily, actually, if we do want to do this, but I'm going to take the 50-50 here. I can also go aid Ethiopia, which, sure, why not? Interesting. So Hirohito decided not to support us, but then I have two options here. That he must abdicate in favor of his son, but I could also put him under house arrest. I'm going to do that one. I don't know what the difference is going to be long term here, but I want to keep an eye on him. Now, we can't wait around forever, because guess what? Apparently the army's got a mind of its own, and it's ready to just go invade China. Even though currently, you ain't in China. You're over here. What are you doing trying to start a war in China? So no matter what we do, I'm assuming there's probably a way to slow this down or even stop it completely. But we're going to be going to fight China. Oh. Japanese leader number 3 just switched again. Oh, and we're going in for a grand army purge. Hideki Tojo. I'm just noticing that he's disappearing. Sure. Here's something we haven't thought about yet. Brand new doctrine design, and I gotta say, I love this thing so much. So the way it works now, you can pick where you want to start off. So we're on Grand Battle Plan right now. It's not really a bad shout, but I do think we're probably gonna switch over to Superior instead before we get too far into this. But just before we switch, I just want to show you how it works. And then in your like subcategories now, you can actually have multiple different paths and select each one where you want it to go. So if we were to go ahead and pick assault line infantry right there, you can see all the bonuses you would get for that. Large unit tactics, same with that, and you get your mastery points unlocked just the way you kind of would with XP before, but this is really damn cool. You can now just have your doctrines be completely whatever you want them for the most part and fit the exact situation that you're going to be playing in the entire game. That I don't know how this wasn't in the game in the first place. But for what we're doing today, I reckon I'm going to go move over to Superior Firepower for that artillery bonus right there, because I am going to be stacking a lot of that today. And then we're just going to kind of just keep stacking on top of our, artillery bonus there, just more artillery bonus right there. You can get an extra 10%. You can get 20% leg infantry battalions, soft attack, which is weird that support artillery gives you that, but cool. And you get yourself another 5% there, another 10% there, and I think there's a little bit of supply use bonus at the bottom there, but we also still have our artillery and combat support branch over here. There's another 10% line artillery attack there. We probably won't have too much line artillery, so if we can find ourselves another support artillery one in here somewhere, that'd be pretty damn good. Actually, I just forgot as well, because we get that 10% line artillery bonus up there, we might as well actually go with our fire concentration one and also just stack our line artillery, because we can get 10% there, another 10% there, another 5% defensive breakthrough. The breakthrough, a 10% breakthrough is pretty damn good. And then we get a little bit of heart attack at the end there. And then, of course, a little bit of orc from it. So I reckon we're going to be having a lot of fun with this. Going to be a lot of different things you can do. And I can't wait to explore a bit more of that. But today, I think we're going to be stacking artillery up. Noticed here that we can just immediately go into Shanxi over here without going, hopefully calling in the Chinese United Front, because does that even exist? Yeah, it does exist, but they're not in it. So maybe we could just be a little sneaky here. Oh, okay, so you can't get a full capitulation on them there, even though I was literally about to get them capitulated and go to a peace deal. But there you go, I made Meng Jiang a little bit bigger. I don't think it matters too much, though, because the army is about to go start their own thing. I mean, I could subdue them. Do I want to subdue them? I kind of want this to happen. We'll rein them in after they've given us what we want from them. Oh, here we go. Empower the Emperor or empower the Shogun. I'm assuming this might lead to something, but because we want to do our, absolute endless switching of Japanese leadership, let's change it once more. Uh-oh. I have a strange feeling I may have just put a dork in control of Japan. Yasuhito, you might be a dork, but I'll tell you what, you give me some pretty good damn bonuses there, so you're the man for me. There we go, the Marco Polo Bridge incident has happened, and we are going in. Interestingly enough now, it does actually force you to bring your puppets in. I think, even the Mongol military government has been put in. I'm hoping I won't have to go put troops up there, but I guess I could technically just go Shanghai Manchu's troops and put them up there so I don't have to worry about it. I'm just going to whack them like there. We don't particularly want to go fight in the Gobi Desert or the mountains up here because it's just not that fun. We may have lost Jibidi Shanma, this DLC and patch, but what we gained, Beiping. Oh, okay, we can show off our new doctrine here. I'm going to go ahead. Which one was I going to get? I completely forgot. I need to let me remember. Oh, assault infantry. That's what we want. I'm going to unlock that. And as you can see now, it's slowly going to go ahead and unlock itself. Or unlock it as we generate mastery, which we can see what we're getting right now from it. Obviously, our army is fighting, so that's just going to keep going up. Oh, Shanxi capitulated. I guess they did not join the Chinese United Front there. And there you go. Look, we've already got one of our masteries unlocked. We got ourselves the defense on our artillery there. Let's just go take a look at that. Boom. Yeah, it goes pretty damn fast, especially if you're fighting at war. But, we do have quite a bit to unlock here, I guess. Now, we've got ourselves a pretty stable foot into China off the bat there. I'm not going to go too hard right away. I don't want to go ahead and burn through my infantry equipment, which I don't have right now because I had just switched out all of my infantry. So, we're going to take our time here. I've just cleaned up Shandong over here. And look at that, look, new emblems for our convoy raiding. I mean, I haven't really done too much and looked too much into the new naval system. We're going to have to hopefully get a good look at it today, but I think the convoy raiding works the same. But yeah, also look at that, nice damn encirclement right there. I think we may be getting to the point where I might be a little overextended here. I don't have a lot of troops, and obviously don't really have the equipment to make more troops at the moment, but we are absolutely destroying the Chinese. We've got a complete collapse on the Chinese front right now. I think Surely this won't go all the way though, will it? I mean, I think I'm going to have to get a few more troops out. I guess this is technically a little bit later than you'd usually get China capitulated, but it has just gone incredibly quick. I don't know if it is supposed to go this quick, but China collapsed pretty quickly. I think we're pretty close to getting a capitulation here, and okay, that's a lot of casualties for me. I think we were at like 100k when I was microing it, and they were up to a 1 million, but then as soon as I noticed they were pretty close to capitulating, I just hit the go button, and yeah, a lot more casualties, but I think it's worth it. Okay, well, I guess I should just take all the land. Now that we have China secured, we could actually go ahead and release a collaboration government, the reorganized national government, which is what Japan did historically. But I don't know why I would actually do that, at least not right now, because I do get really good compliance gain on China for the most part, and I do want to directly own it, so why don't I show it? I mean, I probably should show it off though, right? That's the whole point. That's the click the link in description point that I've been paid to show it. But also at the same time, that will give the US support. I don't know if I want to give the US any more support. You guys suck. You stink. Go away. Mr. Roosevelt. We're now going to go ahead, keep going with our focus tree here by occupying Indochina. Then we could also either pressure Sam, which I can't do because I'm not a faction leader. Where is my faction, by the way? I think it's probably down here, isn't it? This is really interesting though, the choices we get here. We can ally with Poland. With Poland! This is obviously to work against the Soviets, but I mean, I'm so tempted. I think it's more so if I was to rush down that, because obviously, yeah, right now, Poland's a bit preoccupied. I don't know if I get dragged into that, but for future endeavors, the Polish-Japanese friendship is going to be top priority here. And then we can also go ahead and just ally with the Germans. Not going to do that, though. We're going to make our own faction today. I invited Ethiopia to this? I guess I invited Ethiopia to that. I imagine Poland would have said no to then. Oh, okay. So after actually doing societal Bushido over here, we actually will get the choice now to just switch ideology. And the Imperial Party will just become the Fascist Party, which is way better for a lot of reasons. So I might as well just take that, and then that means obviously we now can up our conscription and our economy law. Also, completely forgot to even mention it, coal is a new thing in this game. I think if you're a major power, you're probably not going to have to worry too much about coal, but I think a lot of miners are probably now... so hold on. Yeah, if you're playing a miner, you should probably worry about the coal and the coal. Not an actual miner in the coal mine, but if you're playing a miner, you'll have to worry about coal. Why aren't you following what I'm saying? I'm just trying to say, if you're a miner, you know, you'll need more coal, just like all miners need. But right now, we have plenty of coal, and coal will now power our factories. So, if you're down in the mines, look for some coal. And the amount that you use actually scales, as you can see right here, with the economy law that you're on. So if you're on low ones, you need less coal. If you're on higher ones, you're going to need a lot more coal. So I might actually go to war economy, I think. I'm actually beelining, instead of doing like the normal expansion paths over here, to down here, the dual spear has struck where we get decisions to claim Asian states and gain war goals against their owners. That looks pretty interesting. So I'm going down there. And of course, we now have our faction, as you can see. So there's a whole bunch of nuance and new things in here that we need to show off. But for the most part, I can't really show too much off at the moment. But essentially, you get yourself goals. So right now, we have a few short, medium, and long-term goals. These, when completed, will give you a bonus and also a initiative point, which you can see up here. You can change your faction rules to be way more specific than they ever were. So I think a lot of people, especially like maybe multiplayer people, are probably going to enjoy this a lot. So like right here, who can join the faction? Right now it's my own subjects only, and you could change that to whatever you want, like literally whatever the hell you want, which is pretty damn cool. We do give some cool things we have to unlock, which we can't right now because I'm gonna need to, I think it's in my short-term goals to potentially have this in. Yeah, there you go. Build military R&D facility, which I can't do just yet because it's currently blocked by declare war on communism. Need to go fight someone who's communist, and I don't know if I want to do that just yet. So shout out to Mongolia's new leader. This guy looks like he could eat a brick. So I think I want to go ahead and get the joint command structure over the joint research practice just straight away. And we just need to have in our entire faction 190 divisions, which I could probably get that on my own. I'm going to be real with you, so I might as well just start spamming them out. I would love to know what's actually going on with the Axis this game. How did Italy get over there? What are you doing? I mean, I may as well get an attaché over to the Germans as well. Here's a cool thing as well. Do I already have it? Let me just double check. Yeah, okay. So now, before, you'd always have to be in a faction with someone to put your air force in their bases. Now, though, you can actually ask for air base access. So just like you could ask for military access before, you can now ask for air base access. I don't think it allows you to project power in a zone though. I'm not entirely sure, so if I was to fight the British here, I wouldn't be able to. I could be wrong about that though. I just haven't tested yet, so if we get a chance, I will obviously test this out at some point. But yeah, now you can actually move your airplanes around into other people's land. Rumors of a popular rebellion. I could get Hirohito, or I could just whatever, the event speaks for itself. This has gotta lead to something. Like, what should we do here? Should I let him live and just see what happens if he comes back? You know, we're playing leader roulette today, so I'm gonna let him live on and see what happens. Sorry, I accidentally hit the one where I did let Hirohito live. But now I have another thing that's popped up. The nation mourns or find the perpetrators. Nagako demands answers. Where the hell am I going with this? You know what? Let's see. Oh, I think did I just flip ideologies? Wait a second. Empress Nagako becomes leader of the non-aligned party. Waifu! I mean, literally waifu. Is Rio's wife just taken over? I think that just unlocked a secret path. Did I just find a secret by accident? This is, I have no idea. This is where this is going, by the way. Oh my god, actually, these bonuses are really damn good. Like, incredibly good. And what's the bottom one? Oh, just fellas, I guess we're getting nukes today. Just want to put this out there, by the way. Completely by accident, I just found this. I don't know if this is like the only secret path in the game. I'm assuming there might be more, but yeah, there we go. So we've gone ahead, we've unlocked the faction military operations for our faction. We now have ourselves a theater, which I think you can probably tell where we're going already, considering I've just unlocked this theater up here. Here's a few cool things we can do in here. Just off the bat, you can now actually pull your manpower into your garrisons, so people can just go ahead, put it into a big pool, then request it, and they'll garrison the land in said area. Actually, no, I think it's just worldwide, wherever you need it for the most part. And we can also share our doctrine. Pretty damn cool, and all of our stuff, well, all of the doctrines, I should just say. And then depending on who we've got in charge of a theater, they'll get all of our faction will get themselves a little bonus to fighting in said theater, which is pretty damn cool. I mean, we don't have anyone crazy here at the moment. I could probably put someone better, but that obviously means we need to, you know, not have them on our army. But look at that, look at the bonuses already. I'm assuming it's obviously dependent on who you're putting in charge there, but just minus 10% supply just for having him there is pretty damn good, especially in an area like Siberia. So there you go. I've got down to our focus tree now where I can just get instant war goals on anyone that I like. So we're just gonna go test this out on Tibet. Technically we got a whole branch in the focus tree dealing with Tibet, but also I just got a button where I can just click it immediately. So why don't I? I didn't even realize the bonus I get down here for rocketry, and you get like an aerodynamics and avionics bonus immediate, 150%. That's almost 2 full bonuses right there. This is pretty damn good. You know what? I reckon I'm not going to actually just take Tibet here. I should sound like China right there. Why not? we'll get the rest on. Wait, can I do? Oh, wait. I was wondering if I could have got China and the PRC and Tibet, but I guess I'm being too greedy here. But that'll actually get ourselves even more people in our faction as well. So I'm just going to keep doing that. We're going to get as many people in here as we can, by the way. I got to say, a few of these I think are probably pretty easy to game. And considering we just get ourselves one general with either Panzer Leader or the Panzer Leader trait gets himself just an extra attack for this, we just need 15 armor battalions. So what if I just make just like a crappy tank, just, you know, light tank like that, and then we just transfer all of these guys into it, do they actually need to be full up? Or does that just instantly completed it? You know, it is what it is, I guess. But we do have the R&D research complete in our faction as well, so I'm going to go ahead, whack our nuclear facility in there, and if any of my guys actually get themselves a nuclear scientist, they can join in and help the research. Oh, to which Tibet has immediately got in there with the Mongol military government. All right, fellas, together. Gang as well. Together, we're gonna conquer the world. Oh, I didn't even realize, because our actual goal here is the containment of world communism, it does kind of align us up that we are going to be fighting the Soviets, and I'm going to start preparing for that now. Okay, this does actually screw us releasing Tibet and China. Not that it matters. I don't think we're going to need to do much more expansion over here anyway, but you do need to control them for you to be able to click it again. So, oops. But also, you know, just don't make the same mistake I just did right there. I don't know why as well. Something's definitely changed, because the Axis hold it together quite okay. We're coming into like 1943 now, and usually Italy, yeah, they'd be landing in Italy by now, but it could be due. Front line in the Soviets isn't moving too great, and the Germans, equipment-wise, not looking good, so I imagine they're probably at their full amount on their economy of conquest, which, yep, no surprise they are. So, I reckon we are going to give them a helping hand. You see, it's obviously a bit of a later game, because I've just been messing around with stuff, so I don't want to just fight the full-strength allies on my own. I want to keep those Germans alive, and to do that, we're going to have to take down the Soviets. Crap, I actually was just looking for the focus, because I didn't want to just right-click declare on the Soviets when we got this brand new focus tree. I was looking at this right now, a green persimmon. No. And at the bottom there it says, unlocks the decision to sign a separate truce with the Soviet Union to gain Siberia from them if we control it. So, we're going in. I am hoping that, I can already actually see, the Soviets are... Is that like a Dalmatian horse? Sorry, distracted by that majestic horse right there. The Soviets are already pulling units over to the front line over here, so that, I'm hoping, is going to keep the Germans alive, because I did notice there was a D-Day, but it looks oh my god! It looks like the Germans dealt with that one. Fellows, it has been achieved. We are going in. The US is fully on board with 3 BM2s. Thank you, Roosevelt. And we have that surrender over to the Soviet Union there. We're going to need a lot of land by the looks of things, and hopefully they say yes, but we might just get a full capitulation, I'm going to be real, because the Germans are moving now. Oh, Horthy, yeah, get your planes over here, bud. You know, we should probably deploy mine. I've got quite a few of them just sat in stockpile. So we'll go test out our Fury as well. I'm going to send some of my planes over to the Germans. I think if you're both fighting the same enemy, you can actually interact with planes, but if they're neutral, not fighting that enemy, you can't. Oh my god, yeah, my unit's absolutely rinsing them. I have gone down my doctrine now, and like all the bonuses I have on my artillery. Yep, I don't think they stand much of a chance here. And yeah, we are interacting and fighting the enemy here, and I think if, again, I could be wrong about this, haven't had the opportunity to test this yet, but if you're fighting in a country that's not fighting another nation, maybe you can't interact, but... as far as I know now, if you have access, you can fight their planes, which is a big game changer. I just want to say, by the way, it's absolutely disgusting. I'm up to 351 soft attack on just this. There's just a normal infantry, which I think would probably be around like 270, 280 right now. But yeah, that's pretty disgusting. Unironically, might be worth... Oh, if I just thrown another artillery, it goes up to 424. And I could keep it at 24 whip, just put it down to 204, and our org's still at 48. Not amazing, but... we're doubling up on the arty, boys. Okay, we can already hit it, and I guess I might as well. You know, I don't want to give the Germans too much here, so I'm just going to see it. It's new in the game. Why not? We'll demand the Soviet Union surrender. See if they do surrender the East, and... there you go! I guess what's kind of cursed here is, yeah, okay, so we do get Mongolia and Tanatuva in that as well. It's just about to say, if we don't get those, that's kind of weird, but cool. Well, my Empress, I sure hope this is up to your expectations. Now I think it's time we go deal with the Allies. Siam actually refused to join me there, and I am going to go ahead and deal with that the best way I know how. The threat of military action seems to have got them on board. I love this. I've got the brightest minds currently working on the nuclear reactor. The whole gang. All right, we got ourselves our goals. I mean, it's 1945. Bit late for our declaration, and surprisingly, the Soviets are still holding on. In fact, we might have helped them out a bit there because I think that might have given them less surrender progress because they own less, if that makes sense. So they're probably going to hold on a bit longer here. But either way, not a matter to me because I am now going to go declare on the Allies. Potential enemies, the US. What the hell? Oh, there we go. Don't have to worry about that now. And of course, I did have my new theater set up for this as well. Actually, I don't apparently have anyone on that. My bad. It's just where we try and figure out this naval situation. Right now, I just have loads of boats, just like all the boats I started building. I've kind of split them up into patrol groups and they're just patrolling the waters everywhere. Then I've got a whole bunch of convoy raiding as usual, and then my strike force is just out and about. So far it seems to be working. If we look at our dominance in the sea over here, it's looking pretty good. They do have boats around, like right here we don't have enough dominance, and I'm mostly obviously just worried about the home islands. Don't want to get any surprise naval invasion. It's safe to say though we are moving pretty damn quickly here. Already knocked them out of Burma and we're taking over Singapore any second now. Am I actually engaging any ships anywhere though? Put an eye out for it, but I don't think we have actually found any of their boats just yet. I'm assuming they're probably pulling back though, as obviously we're taking more naval, more land here for them where they're probably based. I realize actually, China just revolted against me. Weird. Okay. Oh. They've been re-annexed. Oh, just realized I actually got a few governments we can release here. I can get the Provisional Government of Free India and the State of Burma. Like we have Ichigo up there. I think we'll pass that. Oh, well, I don't think our creating of those countries worked in the slightest. They did not release at all. Kind of weird. I guess fix, please, Paradox. Good news is Iran actually got into the Axis, which means I could just walk on over now to Europe and go fight the UK. My Navy's obviously going to have to travel quite a bit, but we're gonna get into the UK. And because we can actually get ourselves Air Force access over in Germany now, we can put any planes we want in their airports. Guess what? We can actually get ourselves an actual invasion of the UK here. I mean, sure, you could do it before, but you'd have to do it without air supremacy, which is just one hell of an annoying thing to deal with. Now, though, no problem at all. Okay, so I guess we can kind of figure out naval as well now. I've got my big stack over here. We've got my patrol vessels, which have already been intercepted. I guess we'll set these to patrol in the English Channel. Oh, and look, my strike force came out immediately and just decked that little British fleet, which, yep, don't know why they didn't reinforce. Now we get the struggle actually getting into the UK. Looks like they have some garrisons there. And this might be a little bit of a struggle, but I think with air supremacy, which we're easily going to get now, this is going to be okay. A really awkward thing just happened as I was going for my naval invasion there. Literally, as I hit the go button, they just gave Vichy France back to their land, so I'm technically not even allowed to be here. So I just got black flagged for a second there. Thankfully, the majority of my army was already in the sea there that was going to land, but that's a bit annoying. I also think the Germans actually were doing a naval invasion as I did mine as well, so they've just gotten all the land. Well, that's fine. They can go ahead fight over Europe as long as I get all of Asia. I should have had 3 governments just arrive here anyway, but obviously decision didn't work, so they didn't get released. Oh, you know, gotta hand it to the AI. Just had to take those states in India, huh? Doesn't matter. Don't really have too many plans to fight the Axis, at least not yet, but I do have plans over in the Americas. Oh, we've got ourselves a surprise waiting. Look down. South America as well. What's going on here? Oh, so if you can't tell, this focus tree is absolutely ginormous. I completely forgot as well, over here, Japan kind of has its own version of the German autarky, and I should have been doing this a long time ago, because look at the bonuses. But our final preparations are in order now. The Empress is going to be smiling shortly. So damn, look at all those bonuses she gets after we've fully upgraded her. Pretty damn good. But we are merely waiting for a couple more things here, and I think we'll be ready. You realize, well, we can actually just get straight up cores on all of Manchuria after you do the focus to annex them, so might as well get that out the way too. I don't think we're necessarily in need of it anymore, but I'm gonna do it. I think it's time not only to put this campaign to an end, but also unleash something that we've been working on. A very, very special little bit of irony. So what's the end point of my soft attack? Oh, 437. Yeah, that's pretty... I reckon that's probably gonna, I'd say get nerfed, but will it? Nah, just completely washed over the place. Well, that certainly was a war of all time. A very quick one. Who the hell's Austronesia? That's the Philippines have become Austronesia. I'm not entirely sure what the AI's problem is, but why were you incessant on taking West Virginia, Germany? And there we go. Absolute destruction upon the world. I'd keep going, but I don't think I really should. It's 1949 already. I've just looked at how much I didn't even get to in this focus tree. There's loads, but at the same time, I don't feel like I've missed out on much, if that makes sense. Everything is kind of situational, which, yeah, I reckon there's probably some stuff I could have done way better in here. Like, I'm missing out on the autarky way too long. I probably should have taken that a long time ago, but that's because I'm just lost in here. This whole section over here is probably completely neglected the most. I imagine there are some good early tech rushes you can do in here, and I'm definitely going to have to look back over here next time I play, because we're obviously going to do way more Japan games. I've got to do all the trees and to have as much fun as possible. But for my first game, yep, I had fun. I probably should have fought the Axis at some point, but I think with these absolutely disgusting divisions, it doesn't matter. I had a whale of a time though. I'm so excited to play more of this DLC, and obviously thank you Paradox for sponsoring the video. If you want to go ahead, get yourself the DLC, link down below, get started, and I think everything in it so far has been pretty solid. The only thing that was a little bit like weird in my opinion is I don't like the look of how this looks. Maybe just because it's new, but I feel like it could be done a little better. But there are some good things in here, but you do obviously have to pay attention to it, because you get a lot of stuff that I've just not done, like defeat fascism right there. It was a bit of an ask though, to be fair. Yeah, I didn't even like meme around with like any of the faction rules or anything like that. I don't think it would have been particularly matter for Japan, because obviously all of our faction members are puppets, so they can't really do any of the funny stuff, I imagine. But other than that, yeah, pretty solid DLC. At least the Japanese focus tree is a hell of a lot of fun. I enjoyed every moment of it. Can't believe I just stumbled upon a secret path immediately under Empress Nagako. But yeah, what a time to be alive, huh? Hoi 4's back on the menu. There is so much to check out, and make sure you subscribe down below, because we're going to be looking at all of it. So yeah, until next time, see you in a minute.